Black Myth Wukong is the next-gen Souls-like. However, it's not your typical Souls-like, it will be a story-rich one. It carries on the original story of the Journey to the West, one of the most significant novel in Asia history, with a dark twist. Before you buy this game, you probably want to know some of the features of Chinese dragon, or should I say Loong? Even if you don't care about the story, because those features will also be the settings of in-game bosses. They have carefully designed optional hard mode and easy mode for different levels of players. However, instead of just giving you a toggle, it's in the form of in-game interaction, such as a reward from a side quest that will make your boss fight easier. They also place hidden tutorial for hidden bosses, which unlock some of the lore as well. And if that piques your interest, let's jump into it. When you think about Western dragons, what element comes first? Fire. The same logic applied to Chinese Loong, but instead of fire, thunder. Almost all Chinese dragons have this element, and we have seen it here, and this one. You can expect any dragon kind and Loong kind having the power of thunder. Also in this game, elements counter each other. You can see that in Genshin Impact, but it's not exactly the same. Say for example, earth and stone counter electric and chill, but poison counter itself. In the Purple Clouded Mountain, after meeting this guy and finish the side quest, you will gain a transformation from Obao. It's some kind of egg sac, but that's the story for another day. The most important thing is, during this form, your attack will apply poison, but you are immune to all poison. So to counter electric damage, you may want to use a transformation that can keep yourself grounded. Another thing about dragon is that they are not created equally, they look different. There's a saying in the original story that 9 descendants of Loong looks all different. Thus all of those are the same kind, they just looks different. The flying dragon will be the trickiest one. When you use a transformation like this one, they can fly away, making them harder to hit, as the azure stone are very slow, so you might want to find another way to beat them, or bring them to the ground. There should be 4 hidden bosses, and we have seen 2 of them. I'll tell you how I know about it, but I have to warn you, this could be a spoiler. 4 of these Loong are hidden bosses in the map. When you wander near the hidden cave, you will hear
吾有因，头悬是草何故？吾有因，四渎师馆何故？吾有因，诸色往往何故？吾有因，慈悲颠倒。
Don't worry about the language, they have written English poetry as well and have voice actor. Here's a rough translation. We can get rid of the repeating parts and I will tell you what those means. This sentence implies the very beginning of the original story, which should be the history of the Black Myth world as the game is the continuation of the original. It's a story about an older dragon who made a mistake and lost his head. Correspondingly, the next sentence tells you what's going on in the Black Myth storyline. 4 rivers roams free, basically telling you there's a catastrophic flooding. So we have 4 missing dragons who are supposed to guarding those rivers. And so happen they are the sons of the elder dragon who lost his head. And the one that you're about to face, the red-haired one, is one of those 4. So from here we know there should be 2 more hidden bosses. If you care about the lore, you might want to find all of the hidden bosses in this game. The next 2 sentences is quite straightforward. It describes the current situation of Black Myth world, where all order has been lost, morality has been forgotten. The poetry carries information and should have attracted player to the hidden entry of the boss room. When you're arriving at a hidden entry, you will hear
吾有因， 隐隐赤然何故？是曰：木生如烟，物长雷电，击背而歌，真语自现。
Here's the rough translation. By what decree, red-haired one hiding in this woods? Smoke from the burners surround. Beware the sounder unbound. Hit its back to make the sound, and the truth is surely found. This is the hint telling you which boss you're about to fight, what's their mechanic, and how to deal with them. So let's explain what it means. The red hair is the outfit and the name of this boss. He will take little damage until you destroy those burners on his back. He will use Thunder Strike. When the burner generating smoke, the thunder become a powerful AoE. The Black Loong in the desert was a poetry telling you avoid their might. You will hear the same poetry in the fight clip for the Black Loong.
Streams into sands thou flee, resonant waves profound, pulsing through the ground.
The last part is slightly different as they correspond to the boss ahead. And here's how they hide the easy mode of the game. If you already finished the side quest with the man in stone, you should already have the transformation that turn you into a rock guy. The boss shockwave ability will not be able to harm you during this form. Instead, it will generate focus for you. If you already complete the side quest, this boss should be really easy for you. This monkey shows us the optional hard mode. To trigger it, you need to bring him down 50% quickly. If you beat the hidden timer, he will escape and get a new set of abilities with pair of wings. Good luck with that. We don't know if there's a global difficulty settings, but these in-game mechanics should help the new player who never had a soul game before. If you can't beat the boss, do some side quest or check if you already have the transformation that counter them and beat them in a smart way. The music, text, and dialogue carries a lot of information. I think the quality of this game is quite promising, but if you ignore the lore, you'll be missing out a huge part of the game. Hopefully, I have filled some gap here. Let me know should I talk about the headless guy or not.
后道车一念慈悲，死骨肉皆血血泪。